red spot on the paper.
Doesn't get any better than that.
So like that image is almost the same.
She did describe a red box.
Yeah.
Yes.
What is that?
It's the red box, the one you saw.
The red box. What would that be?
Don't know.
Oh, yeah,
That's what Google Lens is for. And by the way, we see an average of about 4 pictures out of these. So again, we've had nights where it's gone all the way up to 12. She had 5, so she went above the average.
Oh, yeah.
The next one, person in a bed.
What she kept on saying. Oh, that was creepy.
I know. I'm gonna zoom in on
Oh my
it.
gosh, what?
All right.
That's creepy.
Let me show you the full picture first. Kind of look at it.
Oh
as a
my
distance.
gosh.
Oh wait, it's gonna get better.
Wait.
So there's the picture.
Wait,
Let's zoom in. We have a head.
Oh my god. I'm so sorry, baby.
Are we missing something because we didn't hear stuff?
So the handwriting one so far is the only one I'm finding relevant. So the rest of this, this is just a creepy picture.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously I was asking about it for a doctor at this point, and I can kind of see where that would be, a hospital room.
Yeah, that's
could be
exactly how
bed,
she
right?
described it.
But
So she said stuff that we don't know, right?
Yeah, you have no idea. That's
So,
why
yeah.
she filmed every millisecond of everything that was coming
And
out.
we're still
of
filming.
You guys did not hear.
Okay.
That is scary. Yeah.
Windows.
Yeah.
Shattering.
Windows,
However,
shattering windows.
I'm going to point out one thing once I zoom in on this picture.
Snow in those windows.
It does look like it might be snowing or the glass is shattering. If you zoom in, they actually look like flowers.
Oh yeah.
The house where Dr. Ladd lived, that's right around the corner, is called the Thomas Rose House. Again, sometimes you guys will say the word Rose to kind of verify that he's here, or Thomas, things like that. But again, I kind of see that as flowers. But that's maybe where my mind goes because I was looking for it.
Right.
So we'll kind of see what happens. At first glance, it just looks like glass shattering. Super interesting. I think she did a great job.
Yeah,
I think you guys you kind of had this really quiet time, like towards the end there, where I don't know if you were just struggling to hear things or if nothing was coming through.
It was just kept switching.
Yeah.
Like it was.
They were going through all of the stations and there wasn't a single word.
Yeah, and again, that's the whole,
that's how I felt. It
those
was
little
just
things.
you couldn't. It kept switching.
All right, if you guys are feeling okay,
Squid.
I'm going to have you guys get... Well, by the way, who has the recordable one? Mia, you do, right?
Yeah.
You have a button next to your volume. You're going to flip it in the opposite direction, so that way we know that the last 13 minutes of this was from this session. So go ahead and flip it. It'll turn your machine off. Okay. I'm going to have you guys get up so I can set my bag down. You'll put all of the gear down, and then I'll explain how you get to your report. Okay. So back to you, Sarah. Did you bring somebody else here with you? Is anybody else here with you tonight besides us? I'm still mad at myself for getting your name wrong. I apologize.
Saturday night.
Saturday night.
Jeremiah.
Henry. Who else came here with you? I don't know anybody named Jeremiah. Henry,
He never leaves me.
Oh.
Life is faith.
Are we talking about the doctor? Can you say the word doctor if it's Dr. Ladd?
Great preacher.
Great preacher.
He put the weapon.
Again, Dr. Ladd.
Hello. Can you find...
His code word is purple. That lets me know that he's actually near us. Again, that's not a term you would normally hear on the radio, which is why I chose it.
A white face with a black robe.
Bless you.
On top of a nursing bed with a knife at a doctor's place, where the place that they rest.
I think she just gave us the answer to Clue, everybody. Like, it's the doctor with the knife in the hospital room.
In the hospital bed.
With a black robe and a white face.
Can't wait to see that. She's got some good descriptions. Henry?
I don't know if it's a knife, but...
Let's get back to you, sir.
Daniel?
I had something in my brain of where I was going with things and I lost it. Henry? Well, Dr. Ladd will sometimes show up. That's what I was hoping for. And then she said, always by my side. But then she said the preacher. So I don't know who this preacher is. But then she gets the cloak and dagger. Right. Literally, cloak and a dagger. Henry, Dr. Ladd will come here from time to time. I know that the two of you probably run into each other. Dr. Ladd, if you're here, can you give us your code word, please? Dr. Ladd, what's your code word so we know that you're actually present with us tonight?
Lord.
It's not Lord. I'm not calling you Lord. Gentlemen, we've been doing this for about 5 minutes now. You're about halfway through. What else do you have to say? I've asked you a lot of questions so far.
Prime marker.
Henry?
85.
Close, but no cigar. Dr. Ladd died in 86. What you got? Henry?
Back.
Let's get back focused on your work if you don't mind, since we didn't have many answers.
Time spinning. Blue wave spinning. No galaxy.
Okay, yeah, you changed it. Can you look up a little bit so you stop hitting the buttons on the bottom? There you go. Just look straight ahead.
Football.
Henry, tell us about your work. What did you write about? What style of writing did you do? These are just general questions, Henry. I'm not prying too hard. You should be proud of your work. Wow, she's been quiet for a long time. Words? Anything? Popping up? Still on feminist?
10.
Henry, tell us what you wrote about.
First.
She's really struggling.
Learn fast.
Henry,
That's a good guess.
if you'd like us to leave, just say the word home. We'll oblige. We would like another image, though.
Rocks.
There it is.
Some window with white dots and stuff that looks like fish with lights underneath.
Henry, I don't know what those rocks and fish are, but that's definitely not any dealing with the war. Can you tell us what war you served in?
Video sharing.
Henry, Dr. Ladd, we are running out of time. We're down to about a minute and a half. If you throw us one more image, we'll just wrap it up early and we'll get out of your hair.
Pickle.
Pickle. That's a great code word. I should change that.
Stop.
That's happened before. Right at the end. If I get something that concurs with that, I'll kind of take it as a sign. Henry,
Power of God.
last words.
Wait.
One more image. That'd be great before we kind of call it quits on this. I've asked you a lot of questions. Feel free to answer any of them.
Over and over.
Yeah, I ask them every night. It's the same stuff. I know. Sometimes you answer, sometimes you don't. Okay, Henry going once. Going twice.
Place your head.
Wow. Henry going once. Twice.
Ringing it.
What's funny is normally I ask what's going on, what sound are we hearing out of the church? So normally I expect the word bells, but because we've gotten it before, but it's almost like she's preempting the damn question. We haven't heard it while we've been doing the session, or else I would have asked it right away. Alright, let's go ahead and tap them out. Let's go ahead and tap them on the knee. Stella, go ahead and take that thing off your face. Let's take a look at what you got.
Take it off?
No, not you, Stella.
Yes.
Yeah. I need your device so I can see what's going on in there. Alright.
Good job, buddy.
Alright, nobody get up.
I couldn't.
Yeah. Let's get her out of there.
What? Take it off?
Yeah.
Time to
She just jumps right in.
Stella, you're fantastic.
For those of you that were listening to the spirit box, how long do you think you were under? What did it feel like?
5 minutes?
About 10, like almost to the dot. So
Oh, wow.
most people say like 2 to 3 minutes.
Yeah.
So it usually goes by pretty quick. So I'm gonna have you guys like not get up. I'll go around the horn with like if you guys want to gather around. I know it's still warm out here. To show you the images that Stella saw. I just took a quick glance at them. She had some great descriptions, by the way. Like she was spot on.
Look at them?
Yeah, you're going to. So I'm going to go all the way around. So she did describe a man walking down a hallway. I mean, these are the things that she saw. And these are going to go in your report. The cool thing about all of these, by the way, if you can't have a camera, by all means, hit the stop button. Give your hands a break, because this is our last big finale.
No, I like to record.
I know you do.
Recording everybody.
This particular, like all these pictures that come through, I do run them through Google Lens. So that way, in case I miss something, Google Lens will tell me what's going on.
Right.
Sometimes I'll throw an extra term in there, like Charleston or whatever's going on. But again, you guys are seeing the point.
And these images are generated
So,
why?
magnetometer in your phone uses the EMF, takes it into binary code, and turns it into an image.
Okay. Interesting.
Wow, everybody.
Oh my goodness.
Does not get any better than this. And it's red, thank you.
What is that? Oh.
That's the hand.
Yeah, when you described it.
And guess what? We saw a picture, and the man who was writing, he died with the
The young lady with the spirit box heard the name Henry in the year 1828. So I was using the word list that Andrea has, and it had the name Tim on there. I'm like, that's an easy one. Behind me is a bust of Henry Timrod. He's born in 1828. I'm like, well, hot damn, there's my ghost. I didn't even know why other ghost tours were coming in here. They're all coming in here for Beer Guard, Confederate war hero. Yeah, I'm talking about a poet. So here's how his story goes. It's very quick. Obviously a writer, and he's sick through most of his life, just so you have that idea, because that's part of the main story. He goes out to the battlefield of the Civil War to fight for the Confederate side, and his comrades realized he was too sick to fight. They sent him home, knowing he was a writer, said, go be the voice of the war, man. Go tell people what's going on out here. So he came home to Charleston, started writing poetry, became known as the Laureate of the Confederacy. Pretty prestigious title, by the way. Do you still not get that camera?
No, it's not.
All right, I'll work on it while I'm talking. A couple years go by, and Henry has a son by his wife, Katie. The son's name is Willie, and he's born on Christmas Eve, but he did die 9 months later. I know I'm always telling you guys about dead kids. I'm sorry about that, but that's the stories of Charleston.
A lot of them.
Yeah, exactly. I can't help it. That's the way they turn out. But anyway,
A lot of kids died.
they did. 9 months later, kid's dead, and Henry's not writing as much. So he has a writer friend that he went to school with, and he says, you're not writing as much. Go get back on track by using my cottage in Columbia. That's the middle of the state. So he goes out there, and he wrote his last words. His last words were, beholder of brief mortality, which basically means dear person with a short life. And then he coughed, and it landed on the page in a blood stain. He had tuberculosis. He died right there, age 38, pen in hand. Perfect way for a writer to go.
Right.
But wait, there's more. We're here because of the bloodstain. The bloodstain is shown one day a year at the Charleston Library Society, where his collection is held, and it's called the Blood Book. And the reason why is because that bloodstain looks like a man writing at his desk. Yeah, very interesting piece. And they only show it on Halloween. Yeah, how about that? The internet is beautiful, so I'm going to show you what the picture looks like, so that way you guys don't have to sign up for our library society.
Okay, great.
Yeah, right?
Thank you.
And then we're going to hopefully go talk to a ghost to kind of see how this is going to go down. Ian, I don't know who the hell Ian is.
like this one. It was one parade.
I'm also going to remind you guys that I told you that Dr. Ladd pops up all over the place. I'm not reminding them because I don't want them to look for it. His house that he lived in at 59 Church Street, literally right around the corner from here. He loves to come in and shine over Henry all the time. So we're going to see what happens tonight. He hasn't come in a few nights, so we're going to see how this goes. Here is the last page that he wrote. So
Oh, look at that.
Unbelievable.
Wow.
we're going to have a link to it, just so you guys know. But yeah, super cool. We've actually had shapes show up from Stella's thing, like actually in this shape. Super weird. Again, if something comes up in there, I'll definitely let you guys know in real time, like if it's something that's going to be relevant. And again, I'll be asking them questions and kind of seeing how this goes. We're going to stay huddled around them just like this, because if other tours come by, which I doubt they will, it's late, they're usually already done by now. I don't like them to say, like, what the hell's Nick up to now? And they're kind of poking around, like, God does weird shit over there. So let's go talk to a ghost. Let's go do this.
So good.
So a couple of things before we get started. You guys need to know a couple of things. you guys figure out your blindfolds, by the way? They've opened up all the way? No, they're not round. They open up further than that. Let me show you. Just so, because again, I figured I was going to have ladies on the bench a lot. Right here in the center of the thin part, it rips. So now you have ear holes, and it's a Batman mask. Do you see it now? Yeah, you're welcome. I'm a gentleman. I got this. So here's what to expect. Don't put anything on just yet. Did you figure it out? It's the thin part right in the middle, right there. That's where your perforation is. Nope, not the hole.
I'm gonna let you.
Oh yeah.
You're already on it.
Okay.
So, your family members are going to be nearby. You're not going to be able to hear me. Your spirit boxes are going to be loud enough, and you're literally going to be telling me everything that you're hearing. So if you hear it, say it right away. Because again, you don't know what questions that I'm asking.
Is it the ones with radio chatter on it?
Yeah.
Oh.
So if you hear the radio chatter, tell me what it says. Like, just say it in real time. You hear it, say it. Don't forget to talk. Now, you're not going to be able to hear me. So if you're too loud, we have neighbors. Again, I try not to make them angry. Your family members will tap you on the shoulder, quiet down a little bit. Okay, so if you're not loud enough, they may lift up your headphone and just say louder, just so that the rest of us can actually hear you. When we're done, because again, you don't know when we're going to be done, so you're going to tap you on the leg. That means you take off your own gear. I'm never going to touch you. Again, I let your family members do that for you. So again, remember to talk when you hear it. A lot of people get in there and they forget to talk, and then it's like 5 minutes go by and they didn't hear anything. I'm like, you were hearing something in there. Remember, you're going to be seeing images in here. Just describe what the pictures are. So if it's 3 people on a bench, just say 3 people on a bench. So you like to talk and talk and talk, which I think those descriptions are going to be great.
Exactly.
In the event, but I'm going to have 2 other ladies talking over you. They can't hear you. So just kind of make it short, okay? All right, so ladies, blindfolds, headphones, and then crank up those spirit boxes.
So we put these on.
Yep, headphones first, or blindfolds first.
Blindfolds first. Thank you. Is this the right way? Oh, just like that. But do I have to put anything in my? Oh, we're gonna put that.
Nope, your headphones are going to hold that in place.
Oh,
You're going to
sweet.
crank it up.
That was so sweet. Thank you, Stella.
Get your voice ready. You're doing all the talking. Favorite role.
And it is 11:27. Turn those spirit boxes up so you can't hear me. I'll ask a few silly questions to make sure you can't.
Turn the volume all the way up.
Yep. Not all the way, but they'll burn their eardrums out. All right. So can you guys hear me? What color is a blue banana? Awesome. They can't hear me. Henry, I got 3 ladies on the bench tonight.
Who's Henry?
You don't know yet. Henry.
Have we started?
Yes.
Oh.
All you're going to have to do is look straight ahead. It will line up with you, okay? So if this doesn't fit over your tiny little cute head, just hold it up against your eyes, okay? You got this.
Crash.
Henry?
Okay, so starting now.
Yeah, we're good.
Okay, just turn it up so I can't hear you.
You got it.
Okay.
A person walking through a hallway with stars on top.
Damaged doors.
Did she just say stars?
Yeah.
With a galaxy, stars on top.
Okay, the galaxy is just there on purpose. I put that there. I'm looking for, like, pictures.
Lipstick.
Lipstick. Yeah, wait for the pictures to come through. You might not have any. It might just be the galaxy all night. So if you get a picture, like,
Angels.
let me know. So Henry, I got 3 ladies on the bench. Let's start with your occupation.
Angelical.
John.
What was your job, Henry? Let's start nice and easy.
Someone writing.
So he's negotiating.
A hand writing with a pen on a piece of paper.
Caller. Judge.
I can't.
It's cool. It's cool.
Thank you, Henry. It's the first time you've given us an image that descriptive in a long time. I appreciate that. Henry, can you tell us what you used to write about, or what style of... No, you didn't write about money. Can you tell us what style of writing that you did?
Ham and sausage.
Ham and sausage. Henry?
300 million sold. Slaves. Religion.
Henry, what did you write about? By the way, if you get a word, let us know what it is.
Menace.
Henry? Love the image that was given through there. I can't wait to see it for ourselves. Tell us more about your writing, because that's why we're here. I appreciate you giving us that. I got a large group here tonight. They're trying to learn more about you.
103.5.
No, you died at the age of 38,
What
not
is
35.
this?
You tell me.
It's big and red. It has like little
Sing God.
wheelie things. It has like a cup holder handle thingy, a big black hole, like some wood stuff that looks like things.
Can I ask you something?
Yeah?
Does any of that look like blood in the picture?
No.
Okay. You said big red thing, and you guys know where my mind was going.
Big red box.
Big red box. Okay. Henry, I'm not sure what this picture is. I'll have to see it for myself.
3. Anything else you see, Stella?
No, it's just the stars and the
Yeah, the
like.
galaxy there, so she doesn't fall asleep. It's kind of like
103.
ambient.
103.
There you go. Henry. So yeah, let's go up and let's go get Bernadette on this crazy.
No electrical things, but I keep on having spikes of temperature.
Where are we at?
113, 93.3 right now. And it's going back down. It went up to 121.
So if I have hot flashes, would that pick up on this
114.
thing?
Not unless that yellow probe is
Yeah,
touching
no.
your skin.
That's what I mean. Again, you
Okay.
watch me. I'm watching it.
Why
It's
you
been
touching my
consistent.
man's probe?
I'm recording this shit.
107.9.
Because I just had one. I know. I was like,
Those are weird fluctuations.
Yeah. And again, it's been consistent at 84, 85 the whole time.
Right. So the highest number you gave me was 13. So
Yeah,
it's
113.
Like 93 to 113, and it's
Yes.
gonna make it one note. All right, let's go see what we can get Bernadette to do for us. Let's do it.
come on, Bernie. She loves fart frogs, by the way. Frog fart. No pressure. Come here. Just go there. Nick is the best. We love you, Nick. E como mai. Mahalo nui lua. Don't be annoyed that I'm recording this, Nick. We're bringing the aloha spirit your way. Aloha spirit. Get it? It's my name, by the way, Nick. Right there. See it? Church. What? Sorry. No. I'm recording for Nick. Okay, good. I'm listening. I'm like, mahalo nui lua, Nick, you're the best. Here's the crew. Where's Nick? We gotta get Nick.
Yeah, but I need you to get this footage.
What is it?
Somebody like randomly came on like a station, and it was like, I'm like, cover your ears.
She started off. She's got an older brother.
It was like this guy's voice, and he goes, I'm like really horny right now.
So let me explain why you heard that. Would you like to know?
Yes. We
So-
all like to know.
What does horny mean?
Give it a few years.
You're dad.
I'm
have a
done with that
daughter.
age group. So the reason why you heard that is because we just passed the area where I would normally tell you about Anne Bonny, and we would get so many sexual terms over there because I tell you about her many lovers. So we would get sexual terms over there all the time.
I'm like really
She heard, I'm so horny right
That's
now.
what came through.
No way.
Yeah. But it was like a guy's voice.
It doesn't matter if it's male or female,
Yeah.
it's the matter of that's the message you heard. Right.
Yeah.
They don't care. That's the message that she has.
I'm shaking.
Nice. Oh, sorry. Keep
Sorry.
bumping
That's hilarious.
Yeah, you see immediately. Me immediately turns to me and said it. I'm like, go tell them. You gotta tell them that one.
That's a good one.
Well, you didn't know it was relevant, did
We
you?
had no idea.
Stella.
Her
gonna be okay?
That's fine. Just drop on the pen. You're fine. Don't worry about it. Hand me the end of your plug. Plug in.
You get anything good, baby?
There you go. Back on.
Nothing.
Thank you.
Come.
I'm gonna stick it over here.
What's your timers look like on your guys' cameras?
406.
I got 9.
Is that a word?
I didn't get any.
Apparently, is that word?
All I heard was
that
a
word? Oh, okay. Yeah. So that's cool.
6 could be available in one of 2 ways. A month of June, or 6 days out. From 9 all the way down. Any word coming up for us?
Fairly harvest animal, middle quick, self domestic plastic.
A lot of those though, like are very, like if you put a story together out of all of them.
Doing this, do we get arrested?
No, we're not going to do anything about it.
We get her right.
They just don't want this. There's a difference.
I love her so much.
Again, a lot of that relates to
Only anybody that's under 13 goes to
Yeah,
jail.
in the middle, right?
Oh,
you. Only you.
Yeah,
I'll bail you out.
Animals that were
and
there.
domestic disputes.
Right.
Yeah.
It's a lot there, but to me, I'm not going to count it as any of it. I have nouns.
Yeah.
Nouns have more than likely because I haven't heard it for about 4 minutes.
Turn it up.
Yeah, you're gonna hit that mute button. We're gonna be here like another 2 minutes or so. So you got about 2 more minutes to listen.
2 more
The
minutes.
people
Listen
using
in.
the cameras get bored at this location from just holding it, so don't make it too long for them.
Wait, how do you turn the...
There's no volume. You have just the mute button. Remember? Just hit the mute button. That's it. It has to work with, there's a filter on there, so the volume has to be preset. There's no volume up
Oh,
or
did
down.
anybody come over from Great Potato Famine?
No.
So that is kind of weird over here because some of them you're like, okay, yeah, it's picking up that, but that's like a bug.
It feels like
Take a
it.
look.
I've been over there a lot.
I heard a
I've caught actually a person more so right in that
So
place.
I'm going to tell you exactly what it's picking up. You want to know? It's picking up the shadow. The shadow is an absence of light. So it's going to make it look like it's in front of something else again. So Kodak can prove the camera that it came from and that the picture was not altered. For guys like me that study this stuff, top 100 best apparitions through Google, this normally pops up in that top 100 list. So it's pretty damn good. However, the picture's cursed. We have a whole group mainly of females. Sorry, Roberts, you guys get the point. I don't always tell the story because I mainly get females in this group. It is cursed to females that said that if you're handling it, even in a digital format on your phone or your tablet, you're going to get the same symptoms we talked about at the beginning. Headache, the nausea, the dizziness. Pregnant females are not going to have a good pregnancy based off the gist of the story. So you can see where I don't like to always do this story because I don't want to be somebody who had a great honeymoon and 9 months later I cursed your family. Okay, so I'm going to show you what the apparition looks like, and then when we get a chance that this other tour moves out of the way, we're going to go take our spot, and we're going to get, you know, a good 4 to 7 minutes worth of footage from multiple cameras, and then I will study them pretty in depth when we get up there. So the only thing I ask is you don't touch the tablet. Okay, so we have the picture of my baby thing going on here. So
Yeah,
obviously,
things about a baby.
yeah. So you had the word, yeah. I think you said the word baby after that too. But I do love the picture of the baby. Like that's crazy. When you guys get your link to be able to verify this piece of information, it will say safe link again because I don't want you guys accidentally hitting the link and it's the photograph on your phone. It basically just tells you the story. Okay, so you kind of get the details of it. Just in the event that you find something else. So again, you will not have links to the picture directly from me, just so you have that idea. So the apparition that he caught. Here is the full picture he caught. Your apparition is right here. You're looking at a woman. She's kneeled over her own grave with the baby basket right next to her. You see it?
Yeah, I see it.
She's wearing a shawl. You're looking at her back.
Yes.
You got it
Oh
now?
my gosh, yeah.
I'm going to go down 2 by 2 by 2, just so everyone can see it up close. Because again, with this one, I like to show off the full picture.
Okay, show me what?
This is the full picture that he took. Your apparition is right here. So this is a woman kneeled at her own grave wearing a shawl. You're looking at her back, and there's the baby basket right next to her.
Yeah, right there.
Wow.
Yeah, no,
I
that's
see.
very,
I
very
see.
clear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even further on a computer, you can see the weaving of the basket.
Wow.
Full pic, apparition, You're looking at her back
I'm
right here.
trying to record that
And
right
that is
there.
Sue's grave.
It will not record it.
Wait,
You
is
see
that
that?
Luke?
Yeah.
Right there?
Yeah, we're gonna go take a look at it.
You try.
What are we looking at?
See that right there?
Put her dead.
See that right over there?
So
Why?
this actually happened.
It will not record it. Look.
What do you have going on over there?
It won't record it.
What do you mean it won't record it?
It won't show up in the image.
The cat or the
No.
tree?
See that right there? The little dome thingy
Not a
right
real
there?
cat.
What are you talking about, the little cat thing?
Yeah, it won't show up. Look. Do you see it? It won't show up there.
No, it's got to be that.
Do you see it?
Right? It's got to be that right there.
No, that's the lights right there.
So I will
I
tell
don't
you
know.
that picture I just showed you happened on the exact. I'm gonna check out the footage of that because I know it's actually this is belongs to the church. So they actually will run like wedding receptions in here, but they also have like a daycare center over here, from the Lodge Alley, and they'll kind of use things back and forth. So they have kids stuff. But I'll definitely check out that footage. To see if there's anything.
Which church is this?
So this is St. Philip's.
Okay.
St. Philip's is the giant steeple we're about to walk up to. Now, the
Okay.
picture I just showed you, 99th exact anniversary of June 16th. We're obviously past that. What was June 16th this year? Can anybody tell me?
You mean what day of the week?
Yeah. What holiday was it?
Father's Day.
Father's Day.
Father's
Okay,
Day.
right, thank
So I
you.
don't work on Father's Day.
Right.
So what happened? June 15th, after my tour, my office is right around the corner. So after I was done with that set of data, I came down here with that crazy camera Bernadette's using. So I get up there, it's about 3 o'clock in the morning, and I hit the record button, and I'm recording things for my social media stuff, TikTok, Facebook, you guys get the
Why is
point.
there a horse?
And basically, this is what I heard. Hey, nice and quiet. There's nobody down here. Not a car to be found besides mine across the street. I'm like, okay, I guess I'm not going to get any footage. So I go back. There's a minute and 8 seconds. Like, that's all I got. Because I'm like, I didn't know if they were monitoring the location based off of what the anniversary of it was. But that's what I heard. I was expecting to hear it on the camera. Not there. Nothing there. So we definitely know it wasn't my own piece jiggling, but I was standing perfectly still because I didn't want any extra noise. I wanted a nice quiet 3 o'clock in the morning. This is what I did. There's timestamps on those videos. So they are out of the way. So let's go up there and we're going to get those cameras running for about 5 minutes, and then I'll explain the last two shots. To get a little crazy.
Put our thing on.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, Robert, you're recording? I am.
Just so we can get views of Stein first, because it's kind of part of the whole damn
Are you
story.
allowed in here?
No, that's why we're outside of it. So your camera, the sign is right here. So you want to get your camera like literally right up on it,
Move out of the way, honey.
and then you're going to put your camera through the bars. And her grave, just so everybody knows, do you guys see where the cross
Stella.
headstone is in the back?
Yeah.
Where's
Hers
Stella?
is
Come.
just to the left and one more row back. So
see?
all 3 cameras kind of
Look
get
over
right
here,
up here
babe.
on top of that gate.
See it?
The only ghost
All
at
good. I
Wait,
know
I
what
have
you're
to turn
saying.
this off. The only ghost, Sir
Go for it. Sure, nice.
Phillips,
I do the
the
same thing.
Holy Ghost.
Mm-hmm.
John, join us.
At St. Philip's.
Join us.
Crazy, that crazy.
Worship
That's probably the
Sunday,
best thing I've ever heard at this point.
8:15 a.m. or 10:30 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
Wednesday, 5:30 p.m.
Mm-hmm. 9:30.
Social,
Mm-hmm.
and learn about the
I just got
things
like a random guy voice in the middle of
You're
all
doing
the radio.
excellent.
In there.
interesting the Holy
You want me to
Ghost.
push it forward so you can see? Right here.
Senior?
Can you see it?
What is that word?
And learn about the, what's that last word? Trinity, including the Holy Ghost. You did beautifully.
Bravo, Stone.
Yeah, she was getting pull out things on her camera. She's been getting pull out things on hers. Like both.
Images.
Like images.
Yeah, that is interesting. There's not even the slightest bit of movement here.
Yeah, you see it?
Yeah.
What's happening? What are you looking at?
I just got the fruit
Spirit over on the right. Oh, look over there. See that? See that?
No,
Look
absolutely. That's why
at those. There's a couple of spirits.
Oh, yes, there are. Wow.
There's one right over there for sure.
Whoa. Robert, yeah, point it over there, Robert, to the right.
Oh my god, I heard a baby. I heard a baby.
You guys see the light there off to the left? The church put there on purpose so that way nobody can come up here and take photographs without light glares.
I heard a baby.
I heard you.
She keeps getting a lot of things on it. Is that
There are a ton of layers in there.
Oh, okay.
So I do a lot of screenshots in this particular location with that, just because there's trees, there's headstones. Obviously, there's a lot going on in there. So if I see something where it's going to stay put, obviously I'll take a quicker look at it and do a couple of screenshots to see what's happening.
I got the boy.
And I don't know the gender of the child.
What did you say before?
Look.
What did you say? Look.
Before that. About the talking of the Holy Spirit.
Oh, fruit of the Holy Spirit. No, the fruit of the Spirit. That's what it was.
Degree in creative writing and a couple of bachelor degrees in different writing styles. Anything I do, especially with things like this, I need facts and data. Pirate stories come from pirate lore, which was written 100 years after the golden age of piracy. That's a problem for me. The reason why is because if you guys are finding like little tidbits and clues and breadcrumbs, I have to read 10 books to figure out if one breadcrumb is legit, to kind of verify and debunk a lot of things. I've read more books on pirates than I ever wanted to in my entire life, documentaries, video games, you name it. I've done them all. The problem for me now is that location is being monitored of, is it going to be permissible for tourists to pass through? So again, I did all of this research for 4 years to bring you a great pirate story and a great investigation for Anne Bonny, and it's been axed. So the next location that we're going up and around the corner to this cemetery, and there's an apparition up there. I'm going to tell you what happens with that apparition. Bernadette's camera is going to be the major focus because it's an apparition. However, all 3 cameras will be filming the exact same thing. So in the event she finds something on there, I want to know if it came up cold, if we have a stick figure that showed up with it, the whole 9 yards. So we're going to see what goes on there.
But I really want to walk down this alley. Look how beautiful it is.
Yeah, so we're not allowed to walk down there, huh?
I can't take you down
we
Well,
can.
we can, right?
Yeah.
Let's go. Halimai.
there. He knows my equipment, trust me.
Let's go. Let's go.
No, he said he knows they know it's
So, this location, again, you guys want to come through here without me? By all means. I am not going to risk it even 4 years later of losing my license and I can't do business every day. That's the way it
the
goes.
owner is like,
Oh yeah, he'll report me and I've already gotten a warning. Yeah,
no,
that's
we
how
don't
that
want
goes
to
down.
jeopardize you.
Exactly, that's the point. Yeah,
So-
again, it's residential.
We got you. We got
Before we
you.
leave the space, what words do we have on our word list?
We have yield, loose, competitor, boss, suspect, gift, consciousness,
I like competitor. That works here. We get that a
Yeah.
lot.
flip, yep,
Okay.
agriculture, and recommend.
I like the word like competitor, like that
Yeah,
one works
that
here.
one, yeah.
So
And
let's
cotton.
Let's squirt the seeds here and let this fruit pass through. Were you guys listening or were you listening to me?
How come they
I
get
have
to
my
go
thing.
first?
They're not. They're only going down halfway.
Oh.
I stopped here on purpose. Here's why.
Look at their lantern. Sorry,
I already
it's
don't
cute.
have a lot of friends in this industry. Like, again,
I love the lantern.
I take a lot of business from these people. They're pissed with me.
Look at
Again,
that.
I've been doing
the real
right. So again, 5 years. I have like 3 friends that I can maybe fist bump. I don't know their names. That's it. That's as
You know
far
what,
as I've got.
Amy and I can help you.
I don't want friends. I'm just trying to I just want to go home and eat my dinner. You get my point?
Yes,
Yeah.
Yes. I know, but I think you need to make
Gotcha.
friends with people on this alley.
No. Well,
They've only
it's,
going
no.
that
It's off limits for the whole city. Like it's not just me. It's every tour. That's because it's residential.
I know, but
Yeah.
we
They
would-
already
they would-
made
that would be
friends with
annoying.
people
If I
in the
lived- if you lived
residential.
here, it'd be
Right.
annoying.
They invite us into their home.
It's
Like,
not gonna
okay, come take pictures.
All right.
Anything else? Any numbers I need to know about, Robert? All right, so we're gonna go up. Oh, by the way, the gate, before we leave the space, this just shows the extent of my research of these locations. I told you that there was a wall up there, right? And by the way, where did they go? Oh, he's all the way down there by the damn thing. But anyway, so if there was a loser to the duel, this gate was the shortcut to get to the cemetery that we're gonna go take a look at right now. Otherwise, they gotta walk all the way down to Queen Street and then double back with the loser. That's dead weight, literally. So again, the wrought iron that you see was probably put there in the early 1900s, but if you look at the archway, it's definitely part of the original wall. And yes, I've been like in this alley enough to like move the branches around and stuff to like see the other gunshot wounds that were shot off to the side. Like they are there. You just gotta dig for them. They're there. So very cool stuff.
It's the same brick wall.
Same brick wall.
Wow.
1780s. Earlier than that, actually.
Wow.
What are those black things?
What things?
On the
tree, like vines, you mean? On the wall?
on the wall.
On the wall.
That's probably where some signs were drilled in up there and some plants grew out of the holes of where it once was.
That makes sense.
Let's get out of this very warm alley. Everybody game for
Yep.
that? All right,
Yep.
stop those cameras. Let's go up and let's go talk about
Good question, Stella.
Can
Yeah, I'm gonna listen to my thing. I'm gonna leave this on. You're gonna hate this. I'll give you the history of the story. If we heard anything, we did get the word honor on our way out of there, so you guys know.
And I heard
Come on. Probably not a phrase that somebody from the 1700s would say, but I do like the word honor and competitive. Like kind of like that.
Probably sad at.
Spirit boxes, what do you got?
I just heard a couple of pictures of your baby. The baby.
Are you serious right now?
I said
Do you know where you're at? Have you been here?
No, I'm from Hawaii. My first time here.
It's like a movie. This is like a cold
Wow.
Baby being in the cemetery?
Pictures of the baby. Like the phrase exactly.
Yes, I know.
Holy cow. Did you get anything?
No, I got Rihanna.
Rihanna, I heard that. The Ella. So numbers over here, Robert. You're probably
Nothing.
going to be out of the game until we get closer to the
Yeah,
church. We
I
did
got
capture a 9 there like 2 weeks ago. That's an anomaly thing. So I'll show you where that was caught.
Okay.
Maybe we can get it again. So every tour normally stops at that gate, which is where we're going after I give you the history of the space. So here's what goes on up there. It's their big finale because they have something to show. So again, I normally let them have it, and I would do the Anne Bonny bit, and then we would move on. I wouldn't even tell the story unless things like what you just told me were gonna pop up. Like holy cow! Like this is me super excited, by the way. Like I'm like floored. Pictures everywhere. Holy mackerel. So there's a sign right inside that gate that says, "There's no ghost here, but the Holy Ghost." That's because they don't want jerks like me with cameras like that to go in and try to recreate what happened. Here's what happened. 1888. Can you put that on mute for me, by the way? 1888, a young lady died by the name of Sue Howard Hardy. What are her initials, everybody? What's that spell? Exactly. Cheesy, it's campy, but we get it all the time. It shows up on our word list generator, and I have that little Ouija board device that gives us just letters. We've seen those initials several times. But anyway, Sue dies 6 days after her stillborn child. So, very sad story. 1987, 99 years later, a local photographer named Henry Reynolds is taking a bunch of pictures of our cemeteries, basically putting a book together. Just because the cemeteries here are gorgeous in case you haven't walked them yet. He does capture a full apparition of somebody over Sue's grave with a baby basket next to her. It's 1987. He doesn't have the technology that we have today. So he sends it to Kodak. I guess I think you guys all know what Kodak is. There you go.
There you go, it's on.
I can see it.
Yeah, it's
on.
flashing.
So, I'm wondering how much footage we got out of the last place.
No, I watched to make sure the thing, like, you know, tick, tick, tick.
Yeah, I can see the flasher on the front. So when it's solid, you're not recording. When it's flashing, you are.
Tick, tick, tick.
Other tours may come in here. In the event that they do, they're going to come out of that wall right where Aimee and Stella are standing, because there's a staircase right there. We are going to stay huddled over here. I'm going to stir things up by telling you what goes on over here, and then we're going to leave. So Aimee, honestly, the best view for your camera is to just grab it by that top handle and point it that way. And you don't have to hold it up. Just hold it like your purse. Yeah, just be relaxed with it. You got it. That's usually the best shot. Exactly. That's the whole point. We don't want to make people feel weird, because we are the weirdos. Welcome to Philadelphia Alley, everybody. Did I think I went through all spirit boxes? Perfect. She and I were kind of talking along the way. This place used to be called Dueller's Alley. This is where some of the duels used to occur in the city of Charleston. So, I say some of the duels because it was illegal in the 1700s. And this is, one of the hiding spots for duels. So, that's why we're here. Every ghost tour comes down here. This, again, I was going to take it out of my route just because it is kind of a staple for every ghost tour. But this guy follows me around town because I'm the only guy that can talk back because I have the gear. You're seeing the point. Now, here's how the story goes. I'm going to give you a few extra details just because you're ghost hunting. By the way, Robert, you're looking for an 8 or higher in this location. That's your baseline because of the lamppost near us.
Okay.
So, I'll be super interested to see if we get another cold spot. That'd be super great. A doctor moves down here from Rhode Island. His name is Dr. Joseph Brown Ladd. In the event that the song Brown Eyed Girl comes on for the two of you, it's not coincidence. We get it all the time. We actually had it here last night. And I'm the one that caught it in the spot check. It's part of his name. That's why we get it. It comes up all the time. He moves down here because he's supposed to get married to his fiancée, Amanda. Amanda just inherited a lot of money from her dead parents, and she has an attorney helping her out with all of the cash flow that she just got. The attorney thinks that Dr. Ladd is just after Amanda's money. He tells Amanda to get rid of the doctor. So, Dr. Ladd moves down here to Charleston to prove that he's not after Amanda's money. He's going to make his own. On his way into town, he had a coachman that set him up to be robbed and killed. It's like having a really bad Uber driver in today's world. Yeah, right? I like to give good examples. So somebody was walking by and seeing what was about to happen because he knew the coachman. Somebody walking by was named Ralph Isaacs. I stop and say his name slowly because he has the same initials as where the doctor came from. Rhode Island, Ralph Isaacs. The letters RI were showing up all the time on your two spirit boxes, so I bought another device that acts just like a Ouija board with EMF like Robert's device. So it gives us letters instead of numbers. We've had RI about 7 times in the past year when I bring up Ralph's name. Now we know where it's relevant. Moving forward. Ralph tells the doc, dude, I know this guy, the coachman. He's going to try to kill you. Come with me. We're going to go to 59 Church Street where you can rent a room from friends of mine and you'll be safe and good to go. Doc took him up on the offer and the two gentlemen became friends. The longer the doctor stays here, the more money he's making. He's proving his point. He's not after Amanda's money. He's making his own. She gets wind of this. She's moving down so they could be married. Dr. Ladd then became known as the Whistling Doctor. This is why I hate the story. It's a giant cliche. Every haunted city you will ever visit is going to have a cliched whistling ghost. Ours just happens to be a doctor. Again, there's actual proof of this. We're going to get into that. So why are we in Dueller's Alley? Let's talk about that. Dr. Ladd and Ralph go see plays together. They can't sit next to each other because the doctor makes more money. That's the hierarchy of Charleston. He gets better seats. So, they go see Richard III one night, and on their way home, they're discussing the new actress that was here in town, and Doc thought she was great. Ralph didn't. Their argument turns into Ralph insulting the doctor's fiancée back home in Rhode Island, and it got really ugly between the two of them. They go their separate ways. Ralph goes to his friends at the newspaper after that and tells them to place an ad for him telling the whole city of Charleston what he thinks of the doctor. Kind of a, you're a disgrace to society kind of mentality. Doc saw this ad and rebutted with, let's go to Dueller's Alley. Somebody's gonna die. Right? All this was an actress, and that's how the argument started. I just like to point that out. So the year is 1786. So the two gentlemen came down, back to back, 59 paces away from each other. They turn. Doc points his gun in the air, shoots us one bullet from his flintlock. He did not want to kill his friend. He we get the courage to show up to the fight. Ralph has his one bullet still. He puts it in the kneecap on the doctor. The doctor didn't die, but Ralph proved his point. He's still angry, not willing to forgive. The doctor fell to the ground. His friends picked him up, took him home to 59 Church Street, where he died 10 days later on November 2nd of 1786 after refusing medical treatment. Two things. It's 1786. Gunshot wounds are a lot different back then than what we know of them now. Secondly, he's a doctor. He probably just thought he had lead poisoning and tried to bleed it out himself, but he failed because he died. Now, every tour that comes down here tells you to listen for the whistles. We have 3 cameras running plus my voice recorder. If we're going to capture a disembodied whistle, it's going to come from one of those 4 devices. However, your 2 spirit boxes, countless times, I don't look for it, it happens all the time. Because you're going to see my markers when I'm going through your spirit box. It's 1, 5, 10, 15. If it happens, we get the whistling part of a song and the word doctor from a commercial immediately after. Doctor. Again, I can't tell you how many times I've actually caught that. It happens all the time. So this guy does like to follow us around. If you're going to walk all the way through this alley without me, because I can't take you all the way through here, I've actually been kicked out of here. We're going to talk about that because that's the fun part of the story. However, if you walk through with the voice recorders from your phones looking for the whistles, just remember every local knows this story. Anybody walking up and down Cumberland or Queen Street, we all throw a whistle down this alley. It's just something we do here. So just kind of keep that in perspective. Do I have a couple of disembodied whistles? I have some. It's like a 90% chance that they're legit, so there's still that 10% chance that they're not. So let's talk about how I got kicked out of here. That's the fun part. Now, the alley didn't go all the way through. She's like, I'm going to film this shit. Don't worry about it. I talk about it every night. So I've already purged myself. You guys get the point. So the alley, there was a wall up there halfway between us and Cumberland Street. That's the reason I stopped here by the gate, because I know the measurements. The wall was there because this used to be where they kept the livestock for the city of Charleston. It was called Cow Alley. This was before it was called Dueler's Alley. So cows, chickens, and goats are all down here. Why am I telling you this? The bricks down on the other side by Queen Street are older than the ones you're standing on. Those bricks are older than the ones you're standing on, and they're sun-dried bricks from slave children. There's a full handprint from a slave child in one of those bricks, and fingerprint swipes in others. I used to take my group all the way through here for a history lesson. Nothing paranormal about that brick. You guys already know how I feel about graveyards, right? So that kid's not going to be there. November 26, 2020, my entire group of 10 is huddled around that brick, waiting for something to happen with all the equipment that I gave them. So yeah, we do have some people walking up here, so let's just make sure we keep those cameras lower here. Actually, perfect. Nobody knows what the hell you're doing.
I'm just gonna film, and they're just gonna ignore us.
Yeah, so we are going to let them pass through when they get closer. So anyway, I'm trying to shoo them along. That kid's not there. And we're also standing outside the beautiful window of the mansion at the end of the alley. I'm just trying to be respectful. So I didn't realize we were out of bounds for tours. Well, the new owner came out screaming. My daughter thought it was hysterical. She was on the floor that night. How you doing, guys?
Good evening. Aloha. Gotta send them love.
Anyway, London's like 13, 14 years old at this time, and she thought it was great that Dad was getting yelled at. So we just moved on. The next day was Thanksgiving. I don't tour on holidays, especially Thanksgiving, because I worked in upper management for Walmart before I started doing this. You all like to fight over towels on Thanksgiving, and you scarred me for life. So you guys got the point. The next day was the 28th. So I actually got a hold of my partner that I had at the time, and I told him what happened so I could figure out what to do next. I'm freaking out because the rest of my route's that way. I can't do this again. So he's laughing at me just like my daughter, and he said, dude, you're only allowed to go down halfway. You got to reroute your group. So I said, all right, fine, we'll figure this out. So I didn't have anything over here, so quick research. I told my group that night, I don't believe in the next story, guys. Like, I've never had anything happen over there with my equipment, and I'm into vampires, not pirates. Now, the normal story that I would tell you at the next location is about pirates. However, that area is being monitored, which is why I'm taking you to that cemetery for the anniversary of what goes on there. However, before we left, somebody with a spirit box heard the name Anne. I didn't tell them which pirate we were going to be investigating. The female pirate, Anne Bonnie. It was kind of a aha moment. Wait, there's more. We moved around the corner. I told them what I did know about piracy in Charleston. Somebody else with a spirit box heard the number 300. I have no idea what that means. I do the research after writing everything down. We were there November 28th of 2020. Anne Bonnie's trial for piracy was November 28th of 1720. The exact 300th anniversary of her pirate trial. Ooh. Yeah, I usually get that reaction, but I was actually quite pissed off here. love when we have like no cars. Like weekdays are the best time to do this.
Yeah.
How she's using it as a cell phone. I miss that age. My kids are grown, so
I
when see
love
little ones
that.
Like that. Yeah, she's adorable. Very, very busy, that one. She would keep me on my toes for sure.
Oh, for sure.
Just go in the opposite direction, nice and slow. So let's crank up those spirit boxes. Stella, hit that button, get that thing warmed up.
Nick, I'm sorry. Can you please why she died?
Age,
Age,
how, where,
where,
president.
president.
Do we are we asking them?
You can either say these things out loud or you can just focus on them. That's why I call them focus questions. I'm here every night. It's not like she doesn't know what you're about to ask. So again, she probably recognizes the red things on your ears because again, she doesn't know what they are, but she knows that those people are normally focused on her death. But again, those answers can go anywhere. That's the beauty of this. And that's what's so great about the cameras. They all record audio. So even if it's missed from the spirit boxes, we might actually have a disembodied voice from a camera. We've caught those before too. So have you guys heard anything else, by the way? Any other major?
I haven't. I've been listening to you.
Yeah, I know. It's sometimes I usually tell people if you want to turn them down, you want to not listen to me. Sometimes the teenagers are like, screw this guy with the history. I'm just going to listen and spit out whatever I hear. And sometimes that's actually a good tactic. So that way you don't even have an idea of what you're listening for. So if you do get something, it turns into something really cool. So yeah. Okay. Goes back and forth. That's why I don't get angry when people are.
Please come to us and share with us whatever you want to tell us. We invite you, we welcome you. We honor and respect your spirit, your soul, your life, and your legacy.
Just so you know, with
Oh,
this
I
camera,
heard a voice. I heard a voice. Where's my mother? Where's my mother? I heard a voice. I heard a girl.
with your camera and the one that I handed over to Junior, those cameras are small. I send these videos to YouTube so I can watch them on a computer. This way you guys can watch them on your TV. If I'm not following up with the two of you as much, I'm going to get to him next. It's because it's not always a real-time moment. However, when we do get to a certain location tonight, there is an apparition that is said to show up there, and this camera will hopefully find it. It can see things that we can't. That's the hope. So your camera will be the focus when we get up to that particular location.
So when there is an apparition, what color or shape or...
It's going to look like a person, but it's going to be in a purplish hue.
Okay.
So in the event, because all three cameras at that location are going to be pointed in the exact same direction. So
Okay.
Robert's camera should have something of a blue aura in the same shape of what we find on yours. So we're going to use all three cameras in the same, like you're all going to stand next to each other, you're all going to be filming the exact same thing. So we're going to see what actually happens. Now, finding orbs on this is a super great tactic too. Orbs are just things that are going to like flutter by your screen, but there's a debunking process to make sure it's not an insect. You're in Charleston. There's a lot of bugs here. So I go through a lot of that. So when we do see like something flying by the screen, let me know, and I'll kind of take note. Like, hey, we saw something at the Pinckney Mansion site on the infrared camera. I just put notes in my little notebook, and I do watch it to kind of see what's going on. So if you see something, awesome. Is it expected in real time? Not always. The screen's too damn small. They need to make this thing bigger. They really do. What do you got now, Mia?
What was her name again?
Eliza. What do you got?
I was talking to her.
Her real name was Elizabeth.
Oh,
Eliza Short.
okay.
I heard it invisible.
Invisible. So you actually might want to stay close.
Alright, I got a little weird thing over here. This is throwing me off. So it's like this doesn't create an effective problem.
Show your presence here.
Literally a quick click. Like if you hold it, it's not going to do anything. This is your handle. You're going to hold it out like this. So hopefully we're going to be able to watch some of this. And then you're going to, when I give you the heads up,